YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, today we got the Porsche out. We're going to talk about the ownership cost of what it realistically costs to own a Porsche 718 Cayman S. We're going to be going over the tires, the brakes, the oil changes, insurance. So, first topic is oil changes, right? I have the values memorized in my head, right? These are Porsche dealership numbers and third-party specialized shops that work on Porsches. So their prices range anywhere from $600 all the way up to $750 per oil change. That is 6 quarts of oil and your oil filter, obviously drain, and your waste as well. One of the reasons the oil changes cost so much, right? Other than this being obviously you get the exotic car tax, right? That's why it's so expensive. But one of the other reasons is that the oil filter is in a really awkward location, right? Some people even have to remove this wheel right here so you can actually reach it. It's actually, you can't really see it, but the oil filter is right next to one of the axles in the rear, and it's the driver's side axle. It's a super awkward location for an oil filter. It's super hard to do yourself, but it's in a weird location. Shops have to bill you for more hours. That's one of the reasons why it costs so much. Another one of the high ownership costs on this vehicle is the tires, right? This vehicle, specifically this model, and even the higher ones even more often, they eat through tires. You just go through tires. No matter your driving style, you just eat through tires. And it's just part of your ownership on this vehicle, right? Here I have the numbers for, these are per tire numbers. We'll go over the fronts first, and then we'll go over the rears, right? So for the front tires, it ranges from anywhere near $390 to $473 per tire in the front, right? So for the 473 one or Michelin Cup 2s, obviously, if you guys know about tires, super good tire, really good tire for the track, really good tire for, you know, sporty type of driving. It really hooks really well, and it's just amazing performance you get with those tires, right? So you're spending, if you get the Cup 2s, 473 times 2, right? Only in tires for the front. That's not include labor to install the tires, it's not waste disposal for the tires, you know, and other insurances and fees that the shops will charge you. Now, for the rears, right? The rears range anywhere near $409 per tire, all the way up to $760 per tire. Again, the 760 are Cup 2s, and a quick disclaimer, these prices are Costco tire prices. You can find better prices elsewhere, you can find worse prices elsewhere. It all depends on where you shop. These are tire costs per tire. Now, how often you're going to be able to change these? In my ownership of 30,000 miles, right, I've had to change the set, right, 4 of these sets 4 times, right? Again, my style of driving is very spiritively, and I enjoy driving this car very fast around turns. I enjoy taking this car out to the track. I really do beat on this car, so I'm gonna have more of an ownership charge, right? It's gonna cost me a lot more money to maintain this car because of my driving. Now, insurance, right? Insurance for a vehicle like this, you know, it all ranges between whether you're a young adult, whether you're a grown adult, who's on your insurance, your driving history, your driving record. Insurance all varies, right? There's not a set price. My price is not going to be your price, and your price is not going to be my price. I ran the quotes, right, using people's information that I know and my own insurance policy I have. And for a young adult like myself, right, I am paying very close to $1,000 a month in full coverage insurance for this vehicle, right? That is an absurd amount of money. That is an absurd amount of money, but keep in mind, that is my situation, that is my driving history, and that is just me on the policy, right? Now, I also ran the numbers for a grown, mature adult with an absolute clean driving history, no tickets, everything, right? Please keep in mind, this adult is a female. I don't know if the female-male, you know, quotes really change that much, but these are the numbers for a female. The female quote was $135 per month, fully insured on this vehicle, right? That is the same company that I use to insure myself on this car, and the female. So yeah, so the adult, a mature adult, a grown adult, we're talking 40-year-old grown adult on this vehicle costs $135-ish per month, fully insured on this vehicle. For a young adult like me as well, again, it costs around $1,000 a month. Now, some of you guys are thinking that is a lot of money to insure a car like this, but you guys keep in mind, this is full coverage. I'm a young guy with an interesting driving history, so I am going to be charged a shitload of more money for this car. Now, brakes. In my ownership of 30,000 miles, I've only had to replace brakes once. right? And that is pads and rotors all around. Sure, I didn't necessarily have to do the rotors, but I did the rotors just to do it. These are all OEMs pricing. This is all from FCP Euro. If you guys don't know what FCP Euro is, it's a European parts maintenance and upgrade shop, and they sell a lot of parts for a whole bunch of European cars and a whole bunch of cars in general. These are the prices from them. Now, OEM, right? We have $681 for the rotors in the front and the pads in the front. This is just parts, right? That's of course plus shipping and plus labor or whatever shop you want to take your car to, or if you want to do it yourself, right? Now rear, $410, right? Again, that is for rotors and pads and plus shipping and labor. So all in all, you're about $1,000, a little bit over $1,000 for all 4 rotors and all 4 pads. That's just parts. Of course, install ranges depending on which shop you take it to, which dealership you take it to. But yeah, around $1,000 for a brake pad. I did mine for brake pads and rotors. I did mine at 30,000 miles. So keep in mind that you would probably have to do it every 30,000 miles or so. Now, last but not least, gas, right? As you guys know, Porsches have the gas tank right there in the front, right? And it's actually bigger than you expect. I will put up the number of how big it is right there, but I'm going to give you guys prices of how much I have paid per tank. Prices range for a full tank of gas, you know, depending on where you live, your state situation, you know, things of that nature, where you're getting gas from, etc. But for a full tank on this car, for me, it ranges from anywhere from $50 on the low end all the way up to like high $70, right? So the gas is in the front, but you have to keep in mind, this all varies on your location, right? This is just my ownership cost, right? Again, if you drive the car very calmly, nice, you drive in normal mode, you don't floor it, you know, you're driving very calmly, your cost is gonna be very low. So, the mileage on this car, what type of mileage you get per gallon, you know, things of that nature. I drive again very spiritually, so I get a horrible mile per gallon. I get around 12 miles per gallon. You know, it all depends on your driving style, etc. If you drive the car very calmly though, I've driven the car very calmly, I've gotten the max tank range of 400 miles per gallon. Again, a lot of downhill, a lot of highway, a lot of calm driving, you know, being very conservative. I have gotten up to 25 miles per gallon on this car, right? So that's actually pretty good if you ask me, especially for a sports car. It has a turbo, you know, things of that nature. And it's honestly, if you drive the car very calmly, your cost is going to be a lot lower. Right, so overall, this car costs, I will rank it on the list, a 7 out of 10 to maintain. 10 being extremely expensive, 0 being extremely inexpensive, right? Again, tires are I think tires are the biggest expense on this car, other than oil changes. And yeah, I'm not counting insurance on ownership because, you know, that varies on your person. And I want to talk about expenses you get related to this car's ownership only. Again, I want you guys to understand too, I have never had a single issue with this car. This car has never given me a check engine light. Everything works, not a single issue, right? Everything has only been maintenance-wise on this car. I've never spent a single money replacing a part, you know, fixing for a diag, you know, paying for a diag fee, you know, things of that nature. Things are broken. Of course, the car is tuned and it's still running great. Seeing no issues, no slippage in the clutch, turbos work great, boost works great, no coolant issues. Now, these cars do have, right, I've heard, a water pump. You know, every once in a while your water pump will go up. Right, I've heard around 50,000 miles, but I honestly have gotten nothing. I have not received any of the water pump issues, and I've heard people do have water pump issues. Never received any of it at all, right? And I've tracked this car, I have driven the hell out of this car, and I've received 0 issues. 0 issues. The car is absolutely amazing, beautiful to maintain when it comes to things like that. So yeah, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Consider hitting that like button, subscribe, please, and you will get a lot more content, not only of this car, but other cars as well. We'll have some races getting posted up. We have some things about this car getting posted up. We have an in-depth review on a lot of other cars getting posted up. We get more McLarens and Lambos coming to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.